Definitely ask for help along the way. Definitely taking criticism. You're going to have to do it and redo it a million times, but through that process, that's when you learn. My name is Kae. I'm the founder of FibreLab, which is a textile recycling startup. We pretty much collect offcuts from the manufacturing process, shred them down into a raw material, and then use them to create a bunch of different types of products to help implement a circular economy within the local fashion system within London. We make some products in-house, but we also help brands and manufacturers to create their own products with the waste as well. So we do our own label, or we're working on our own label, and we're working with brands to help them create their labels as well. My inspiration for FibreLab came to me during my MA, and I was looking at all of these different fashion systems, looking at globalization, gaps in the circular economy, and I came across this one particular fashion system called a fiber shed, which is a rural regenerative fashion system that uses wool-bearing sheep to actually capture carbon from the atmosphere and then actually have a regenerative impact on the environment more than just a sustainable impact. So I was really interested in this idea, but then I was thinking, how can we bring this amazing concept of a regenerative and localized fashion system into cities, into an urban setting? So that's how I came up with this concept of FibreLab, which is supposed to be an urban variation of a fiber shed. And through some research, interviewing designers, manufacturers, brands, it really came to me that the problem was textile waste, specifically from the manufacturing process, so pre-consumer textile waste, because lots of people are already working with post-consumer textile waste. But the main problem on the pre-consumer side was that the offcuts are very small, they're very difficult to upcycle, and I was thinking, well, there are some solutions to this, but they're on a massive global scale. So how can we take those massive industrialized, globalized solutions and scale them down and put them right here in our community so that every fashion community where fashion's being produced can have the means to recycle textile waste locally. For me, I was coming at this as a designer and maybe a fashion researcher. So I definitely did not identify with this kind of title of being an entrepreneur or have any like formal business training. But I think just through the process of pitching and having people give me feedback and taking criticism and pitching again and breaking it down and building it back up over and over again, you really start to gain that confidence. And then I think towards the end, I was feeling like, yeah, I am an entrepreneur. I am a business person. I can do this. I'm starting to learn the links. So I think just that experience of like learning something new and really pushing yourself out of your comfort zone is so important to grow. I still have a fear and worry about people taking my idea, but I think I've come to like ease myself of that by saying that no one's me. So other people can have this concept and take it and try to do it a different way or try to re-implement it, but they're not ever going to do it the same way as I would do it. So I try to make myself rest assured in that sense. The next steps after winning the Mayor's Award, we had to register the business, set up a business bank account, develop a 6-month business plan, set some goals in place, come up with numbers, which I had some help on because it's not my specialty. So I had to come up with a budget, how we're gonna spend it, where everything's going, get quotes, come up with a timeline. And those were kind of the first steps. We budgeted the prize money for 1 year, pretty much rent, just to cover in case we were having a hard time making sales, making enough revenue to cover that rent, because we signed a 1-year lease. And then the majority of the funds went to building this machine, the shredder machine. A little bit went to setting up a studio space. A little bit also went to like branding up front so we could have like a cohesive logo and website and things like that. I think the most important thing that I learned from the Mayor's Entrepreneur program is just to kind of shoot your shot, for lack of a better phrase. Just go for it, because you're never gonna know if you don't try.